cause we dipping on the 405. I'm flipping on my stacks just to stay alive. I tell them I'm sorry, I really don't mean it. I'm fighting the case, but I think I'ma beat it.
Today we're going to talk about how to use the multi tool for editing in Pro Tools. Let me mute that. All right, so today we're going to be focused on this tool right here. Now let me click off of it. Now it's not enabled if I click on any one particular thing. But the multi-tool will be enabled if I click on this bar right here. So whenever I position it a certain way, it'll change into what it thinks I want. So, but let's click off of it and let's start here. So this is the trim tool, and you use it to trim your clips. So it's on slip right now, so if I take it, let's solo this. If I wanted to trim this clip, I would just hold it and put it to where So that's what you use that for. Now, you click on this arrow and there's two other options. So TCE stands for time compression expansion. So you use that when you have a loop or something that's not, like say this tempo is 190, and say for instance this loop for whatever reason wasn't, let's move this over, make it a little bigger. For whatever reason this loop wasn't right, so let me change it to grid and make sure it's on like one bar. Okay, so let's say so this is perfect right now. This loop is perfect. Say it wasn't. Say, let me take this off, put it on samples. Or actually, I'm on the wrong thing. Put it on samples, put this on, yeah, leave it like it is. So say I changed, it wasn't right. Let's say it was 192 for instance. Let's say 192. So so now it's not right. So if I'm on grid and I want to highlight it, let me get off of it. You see how it's not, let me go back to the standard. See, it's not ending right. It's and this one starts a little too late. So you need it to be on the grid, and so it's not at the moment. Matter of fact, let's just do a different example. Let's put it back on 190. What's a better example how to use it? All right, so this is back right. Say I want to make it double time, so it's going to go faster. Just, you can use the time compression expansion to change the timing of it. So that's double time. And if I want to make it slower, I would drag it out to here. I'll do it just. Doesn't sound good, but So what did I do? Did I miss the whole thing? Let's get back paddle. back pedal. There's another way to do that to slow it down halftime or speed it up. I don't usually do it. I usually use this tool if, let's just see, 190. Say I want to import a loop. Make it standard right now. I want to import a loop that's 190 to you. I mean, you don't want to do this with instruments, but you can do it with drums pretty easily. Say I want hi-hats. Hi-hats. And they're 95. Let's just say, let me find one that's, this is 190. Let's find one that's 185 or something. So it doesn't exactly match, you know? So, sorry about that. Let's, let's just drag it in. So this should be off beat. When we, no. Hold on. Do I have this? Guess I don't have it. What is it? I'm gonna just get it. Alright, now I'm gonna drag it on here. So this is a hand that you use to just drag. So this is not gonna be on beat. Let me turn it down. Let's move it up here so you can see it. Not gonna be on beat. So it's getting off, right? So what I want to do, I would use time compression expansion. So click on that, hold it, and then I would drag this so that it's on the 9, because this is an 8-bar loop. So when I drag it, it automatically, it's kind of like a quantize. So now it'll be on beat. All right, so usually that's how I use it. I don't like to use it on instruments because I think it changes the key. So there's a different way to do that without changing the key. So yeah, that's how you use TCE most of the time. Now I want to put it back to standard. The next section is the selector tool. That's when you want to select. Now sometimes, like if it's on grid, you won't be able to select this right here by itself. So you have to put it on slip. And so then you can select that. So say I don't want that there, I can select it and press delete, and it's not there. So, and you hear those little clicks. You can handle that a couple different ways. If you have everything selected, then when you hover near the edge, the fade tool will appear. So, or corner, and you can just do it like that, and it automatically goes the right way. So another one there. You can do it whatever. Normally I would do a crossfade with that, but you see how it got rid of the click. So the selector tool enables you to select just different things that you want. And just be careful, it's fine if you want to select while it's on grid. It'll just make it so that you're doing it on beat. But if you want to if you ever get stuck and you can't select like little things that you want in the middle, it's probably because you're on grid and not slip. So let me undo all that. All right, and so that's just the selector tool. Um, the hand tool just allows you to move things. If you're on slip, you can move like just wherever you want to. If you're on grid, it'll snap into on the grid. So right now, like it don't since it's if I put it on grid, it's on like bar one, so it'll only move to either a, a one bar. Um, I can't move it like to where it really is supposed to be in the middle over here. And in order to change that, you go right here to grid. And by the way, if you don't see the grid, it's because you don't have this highlighted. So highlight the grid and then click on the little one right here, and you can change the grid. You can change the number of bars that you see. Make sure it's on bars and beats, and then like you can do 116. You see the little bar. So now when you move it with the grid, it's you can move to exactly where it needs to be. And so when you have, see the hand, I've never used these other tools. So with the smart tool selected, just click on the little space above all of them. Then it'll just automatically switch back and forth in between. When it thinks, you know, it'll basically predict what you need. So if you move it, if you move it, if it's below the middle of the clip, it'll be the hand. If you move it above the middle, it'll be the selector. If you move it towards the end, it'll be the I forget what you call this. What do you call this? The trim. So if this, it'll be the trim if you move it to the right if it's to the right, and if it's to the left, it'll turn around. Still be the trim though. And that's basically how you get around using the multi-tool. There are other things, but I don't use them, and or I've done another tutorial on them already. And if not, then there's more to come. I'll get to it. All right. Until next time.